Hello, welcome back to my channel, welcome to today's video. Today's video is going to be a sort of what I eat in a day. What I eat in a day changes so much from day to day. I never have like a regular routine of what I eat. One, I'm always trying out new recipes, as you guys probably well know. Two, my appetite changes so much per day. One day I really crave something, the next day I crave the total opposite. So it's always changing a lot. But also we're in my favourite season, which is autumn, and autumn for me it's the best season for food. For me personally, I absolutely love like autumnal food, comfort food. Love cooking with like root vegetables and having like creamy, like warming dishes. I find it much easier to like cook on a budget with that type of thing. We had an okay summer. We've just come out of a heat wave. We had like an early September heat wave, and overnight it just turned autumnal, especially where I live. I live down south. I don't know about you guys, but it's got really autumnal, which means I can finally be in the kitchen cooking like warming foods and it's not too overwhelming and hot. So yeah, this morning I started out making Mickey pancakes. I made my superfood banana pancakes. I've made them in quite a few videos before, so I didn't show you step by step, but I've linked below if you do want to make the banana pancake recipe. Because it's a great one. My toddler absolutely loves them. Started out, but I actually didn't eat any of them because I just didn't fancy them. I had these super duper overripe black bananas that I needed to use, and it was either going to be cook a banana loaf or make some banana pancakes this morning. So I went with the pancakes. I have a feeling I have a couple more black ones, so I might still make banana and Biscoff loaf. So good. But yeah, we started the day with those pancakes. I made a whole batch. They sit in the fridge really well, and they heat up in the microwave really well. I just sprinkle a bit of water on so they don't dry out. So I'm probably going to have those for pudding tonight because I just didn't fancy them this morning. I wasn't hungry at all this morning. I had some of my bread. I made some homemade bread. Toasted, just a slice of toast. Made me and Lawrence a slice of toast each and a cup of tea. I normally have coffee, then green teas, and then the rest of the day if I want to I have dandelion tea. I'm so nervous today. I'm like literally shaking. It's so over the top, but I'm going to get my teeth checked out today. I hate it so much. I hate it so much. I haven't had them checked since before pregnancy, and I have been totally avoiding it because I just don't want any bad news. I'm lucky that I've got through all 30 years of my life so far without having any fillings. And I really don't want to go and need a filling. I just really don't. My teeth, they feel good. I've checked them, but I'm not a dentist, but I don't think they're gonna need a filling. But who knows? I worry so much about going there today. But when I go there today, they're gonna check, and because it's an orthodontist as well, she's going to check my top teeth because I really want to get Invisalign or like braces or anything at the top, because I lost my retainer when I was younger, and since then like this tooth keeps moving backwards. So that's a free consultation, which is good. So she's going to check out, take some photos, I think. I don't know the process. I'll let you all know about it later. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take the plunge and maybe get Invisalign. I'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm just going to carry on enjoying my tea. I'm doing some work. I've got some videos going on in the background. I'm watching a Disney series. I love watching like Disney videos. And I've been watching a small channel that follows me, and they always support me, and they let me know that they've been to Disney World and Universal in Orlando. They're called Peter and Sarah Doing Life. And just super duper wholesome videos, and if you like Disney World, Universal videos, and if you're planning a holiday there at any time in the next few years, check them out because they do lots of like travel vlogs. I will leave them linked down below, but I just thought, do you know what, small channels I need to shout out a little bit more because lots of you support me and I want to do the same in return. It's really hard to like grow a following on YouTube. I had those running on in the background whilst I've been editing and replying to emails, so I've had like a nice chilled morning. Oren is still asleep. So far all I've really eaten is that bread. I did have half a banana because this is the thing when you're a toddler mum, you have half of things all the time because they eat half of something and then they don't finish it, and you're thinking, well, I can't let that go to waste, so now I need to eat that. So he was eating banana in the car after we went to gymnastics club, and he got the ick. does anyone else's toddler just get the ick of food? He'll eat something and he'll still be hungry, but he's like, no, I'm not touching that banana anymore. I need something else. So, and that's about it as we are today. I really, at some point today, want to make this stunning recipe, chocolate and cinnamon overnight oats, so we can have them tomorrow morning. Let's see if I get time, but I do have a lot in the fridge that's like left over that I need to eat. So let's just get on with today. When Oren's awake, I'll start making some lunch. I have some like tuna mayo mixture that I made yesterday in the fridge, so I think I'm gonna do something with that. I had the most stunning pasta last night. Oh, it was so like, oh my gosh, I have nothing in, what should I make? And it ended up being a really delicious meal. So I had pasta, I had leftover sweet potatoes from the night before, which I mushed up to make like into a thick sauce, cream cheese, then I added tomatoes that I picked from the garden, so I felt like Alan Titchmarsh. I added red onion, kind of like a roasted, leftover roasted veg pasta dish, and then I added mozzarella, and it was stunning. I added lots of spice into it and some oregano. It was so good. So I'm going to actually recreate that, especially if you are someone who wants to eat sweet potatoes more like I do. I'm always looking like, how can I incorporate more sweet potatoes into my diet? This one was a good one. Anyway, let's get on with today's video. Right now I'm going to make something which you're going to find is really weird, but if you have been watching TikTok, you might have come across someone called Barbara O'Neill. Barbara O'Neill is like this holistic health person, but I've been having a shot of cayenne pepper and lemon water. Sounds crazy, but since doing it, I've never felt so alive. It really like helps your blood circulation, things like that. So that's what I'm gonna have now, because I haven't had today's little cayenne pepper shot. I always get so nervous about drinking it, but it's actually not that bad. That one was quite bad. That'll set me up for the next couple of hours. It's lunchtime. Oren has woken up. My little baby's woken up. I've just warmed up some leftover pasta that I had from yesterday, so I'm just going to mix some. Oren, eat the pasta? He's woken up a little bit hangry. Oren, tuna pasta. Here we go, honey. Yeah, so I'm just mixing some of the tuna with the warmed up pasta from yesterday, and Mr. Oren can have that. I was going to have a couple of crackers with the tuna, the leftover tuna, with some cucumber. Should I get some cucumber, baby? I might just have a bit of cucumber and cheese and save the tuna for later tonight or something, because I don't know, something about having tuna right before you go to the dentist doesn't seem like a good idea. Obviously I'm going to be flossing and brushing my teeth before I go again. I feel like all I've done is floss and brush my teeth lately. Can't find the cucumber, but I am going to have some celery, which I found in the fridge, and then I'm going to save the end of the celery for Bunny because he likes a bit of celery. Okay, so before I left for the dentist or the orthodontist, I marinated the chicken. Chicken's in here, it's been marinating. I just took it out of the fridge and I use this. Shawarma blend is black pepper, garlic powder, sea salt, cinnamon, allspice, nutmeg, oregano, cardamom, chili powder and cloves. So it's gonna be for tonight's dinner. I really want to make like homemade, like really nice kebab wraps, chicken kebab wraps. I've never really like been, do you know what, I do like kebabs actually, but when we get takeaways we never really get kebabs because they can be like overwhelmingly greasy. But I did get this from this stunning Turkish place, like a chicken kebab wrap. It was so good, and I think about it all the time. I haven't had it for a few weeks because they've been actually in Turkey. It's a family-run restaurant, and obviously I'm trying to save money, so unfortunately buying from small places has to be less and few and far between now, which is a big shame because yeah, it's just how the cost of living crisis is. However, I think about it all the time, so I'm going to try and make for dinner tonight, for our dinner, mine and Lawrence anyway, and chicken shawarma wraps, because I really fancied it and I had chicken that needed using. I also have red cabbage in the fridge, which is so random to have, but I have it in the fridge, which is great, which needs using. It lasts for ages, but red cabbage is like the salad they will use, so I think I need to blanch that. Red cabbage, I'll use onion. I don't know if I've got any green leaves, like lettuce. I might do, I have to have a check. And then like mayo, some chili sauce, like make it into a proper wrap. So what I'm going to do now though is shove the chicken and the onions in the air fryer and start preparing my salad. If you want one of the best tips and tricks when you're making like a homemade kebab or even a homemade burger, when you've wrapped it or assembled the food, put it in tin foil and just put it like, I put it back in the air fryer, not on, but the air fryer is really, really hot still. So I just put it back in the air fryer for 10 minutes and let the tin foil just warm up with the contents inside. So good. Such an easy way to like level up your homemade takeaway type of foods. I started doing it with burgers because I realized that's what Five Guys do with their burgers. They wrap it in tin foil and then they warm it up a little bit and it makes all the cheese so gooey, but it works just as well with like these chicken kebab wraps. This is such a throw together anything from the fridge type meal. It's so easy to make this. I used 2 wraps just so I could put loads in there because we're having like sort of 1 wrap each, but it's actually 2 wraps, but like 1 really full wrap each. So I'm going to pop that back in the air fryer, leave it for 10 minutes, and then we're going to eat dinner. I'm so excited. It smells unreal. Look how good this looks. When I say this is good, I mean this is good. Just wrapping it in the tin foil. I wonder if it'll work the same as parchment because I'm trying not to buy tin foil anymore. So I'll test that out, or you guys could let me know if you've tried something that's similar. But wrapping it is so good. Honestly tastes like kebab shop. If you're wondering about the sauces I just added mayonnaise and sriracha sauce. Sriracha is like really garlicky, but it's also got some spice, so it tastes similar to like the kebab shop type chili sauces they use, like especially mixed with the mayo. Then loads of salad. I actually found some green leaves I had left over from a couple of days ago in the fridge, which I'm really glad about because I feel like it needs green, like leaves. But it's absolutely blooming delicious, super duper cheap. Like this works out like so cheap to buy. So cheap to make. We would have paid like £30 for this. I do feel really bad. Like, guys, what is your opinion on this? Because money is tight for everyone. We're in a cost of living crisis, and I think the UK has just announced we're in a recession. So things are going to be super duper tough and scary for a long time. And I hate the idea that so many small businesses are going to go under. For example, like a really nice family-run takeaway business. But we can't afford to keep buying from them. It's cheaper to make it from home. So, I don't know. I just feel like things are tough at the moment. I definitely will order from them again, but just not often, especially if I can make it from home and it tastes like almost just as good. I'm going to say almost because there's something satisfying about a takeaway and how greasy it is. I don't know if that's just me, but it is. Anyway. I'm going to eat this. I'm going to give Lawrence his because he's in there starving. We're eating really early today. But if I eat again, I'll catch you shortly. Okay, dinner was absolutely stunning. The only thing I would have added is, I don't know why I didn't make homemade chips, but I didn't. And I'm actually really full, so it's fine that I didn't. But it was stunning. So if you do make that, let me know. But now I'm just going to make some overnight oats. This is something that I found really helpful for me as a busy mum of a toddler and someone who often like skips breakfast and then I forget to eat, and by the time I realise I'm hungry, I'm absolutely starving, and then I tend to reach for like really, really rubbish stuff, not nourishing whatsoever. So this not only saves me time and saves me from unnecessary snacking, but it's also a budget like breakfast idea / pudding idea, because sometimes I eat half of breakfast and then save half of the pudding that day. So yeah, it saves money, it's really good for you. So these overnight oats that I make, I think are pretty special. The first thing I always add is some almond milk. Whilst I'm doing this, I just wanted to tell you about, there's not Play-Doh, oh no, that's under the table. So I add about like a small cup, half a cup, I'd say, of almond milk. I will add a little bit more when I've added all the ingredients just to check that I've got enough. But yeah, so I went to get my teeth looked at, but actually it was a consultation in terms of telling me all about Invisalign. Luckily there was no one like looking at my teeth or taking x-rays and stuff, and it was in a really like nice, calm, lovely setting. Went to the orthodontist / dentist house where it's based, the office, and we went into like this nice coffee room rather than like the clinical room, so that took away lots of stress. And we discussed like treatments that I can have and Invisalign and stuff like that. So yeah, but I am booked in now for a proper dentist to go and check, because the last time I got my teeth checked was just before I had just before pregnancy. 3 years ago now, 2.5 years ago. That is scary. But my teeth were good then. But yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I just avoid it like the plague. But you shouldn't, because it's actually not that scary, and I've never met a horrible dentist in my life. They're always really nice. Anyway, so I've added some milk and some chia seeds. Actually, yeah, if you have had Invisalign, can you let me know what you think? Because I'm worried and I don't know whether to take the plunge and do it. I think I'm going to hold off anyway, but I don't know. I want to hear stories. So yeah. So then I put a banana in there and I scrunch up the nana, because I mean, it would be better if this nana was more, look at me saying nana, it's because I'm like so used to talking to a 2-year-old. If this banana was better, was more ripe and sweeter, but it's not the ripest, but that's okay because it will still be nice and banana-y. So you can add normal milk, by the way, or any milk of your choice. You can even add water, as long as you've got something else to like properly flavour it and like give it a nice sweetness or sort of more creamy texture. So sometimes if I don't have milk, I'll add water, but then I'll add like honey or maple syrup just to like make it a bit thicker and a bit creamier. So crush up my banana. Then add 2 big tablespoons of oats. I'll probably add more, to be honest, but 1, 2, I'm gonna add 3. These glass containers from IKEA are amazing. I really recommend them. Give that a good stir. I want more oats than the other ingredients because it is like overnight oats, so. Okay, so add your oats and they're gonna like soak in some of the moisture overnight, so it's not gonna be runny whatsoever, it's gonna be like a thick pudding. Okay, now that's stirred, this is when I go in with the really super duper superfood healthy stuff. No, I tend to go one way or the other. At the moment I've got a huge sweet tooth, it must be to do with the time of month I'm in, but sometimes I prefer fruit, like different fruits, particularly blueberry. Blueberries go really nice in this, so let's just crush up some blueberries in there. I've got this crunchy biscuit spread from Aldi, Aldi's finest, and I'm just gonna add a blob in here, there and everywhere. And I will mix it round in the morning so it spreads, because when it's much thicker, it's easier to get this stuff to spread. But yeah, just break that up a little bit with my fork. So this is the crunchy one. I just find it gives a really nice texture with this. I don't like things that are too sloppy, so I need like some sort of texture. So that will be delicious. Put the lid on, and that's going to go in the fridge, and that's my breakfast in the morning. Super duper easy. A really good one, especially if you like travel to work and commute somehow. But great for me who wakes up in the morning very groggy and then needs like a really good quick pick me up, but also want to feel good about what I'm eating. Make it a bit more autumny. Add some cinnamon. Oh, cinnamon in this is so good. Anyway, that's going to conclude today's video because I'm actually going to just shower and go to bed now. I'm so super tired. I hope you're all doing really, really well, and I'll see you again for another video very soon. Bye.